Today's video is brought to you by the Fuzzy Mints NFT project. Fuzzy Mints are a collection of 5,555 unique NFTs that's made up of community, utility, and charity, sharing 10.9% of sales royalties with holders, growing utility by creating the Fuzz Bit, which allows access to the Fuzzyverse game, and 3% from all sales going to charity. They are currently having a giveaway for a mutant ape, which has a floor price of 4.13 Ethereum, which is valued at around $13,000. This ape will go to one lucky winner once the project has minted 1,000 fuzzies. All their links are in the description, so mint a fuzzy today and be entered for the mutant ape giveaway.
What is up, Techno fam? What is happening? I am here in New York City. It's just after 7 a.m. I did 12 hours of traveling yesterday to get here for the 4K TV shootout hosted by Value Electronics. We're going to crown the king of TVs for 2021. All right, we got to go have breakfast right now. I'm going to meet up with Brandon, be the installer, Brian, Whisper Status, and Q, aka Stop the FOMO. All right, let's go. What's up, everybody? Doing a little judging here at the 4K TV shootout. It is Samsung, Sony, LG, and Hisense. Those are the four brands we're checking out right now. Shh, I gotta go back and judge. See you in a minute. All right, everybody, we are taking a 10-minute break. We have gone through SDR. We are looking to set up HDR. We've done a bright room. We've done a dark room. Gotta say, that Hisense dual cell, it's got some pluses, got some minuses. Still, got to check out HDR content. So far, we've done 720 upscaling. We've done daytime. We've done nighttime. The skin tones and textures, very interesting. I think the Hisense did very, very well on that compared to the Sony, LG, and Samsung. So yeah, excited to see what else happens. All right, stay tuned. What is up, everybody? All right, so it's 3 p.m. here in New York, and we are finally done. We've pretty much just, gotten all our ballots put in, so they are counting the ballots now, and they are changing the TVs from the 4K TVs to the 8K TVs. So there's still a lot more TVs to look at, and man, like, you'd be surprised. Okay, there's the Samsung, there's the Sony OLED, there's the LG OLED, and the Hisense, and you know, my numbers are all over the place. Like some TVs won different categories, whereas others did not. So yeah, definitely not an easy thing to judge these TVs objectively. We did have the BVM monitor in the middle there that was just making me want to get a BVM monitor. But of course, they don't make that in higher than a 32-inch, and it's like, what, I don't know, $20,000 at a 32-inch. So 65, 75, 85, probably be pretty expensive. Anyway, we're gonna have to wait for the results, and I get to take a break. So yeah, see you in a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. King of TVs 2021 goes to the Sony, and looks like in the 8K, looks like it was the LG. So OLED wins 4K and 8K. Are you gonna get an 8K TV? I probably won't, but hey, you know, it's up to you. If you guys wanna spend that kind of dough, you can definitely do it. I'll try to get some input from the other content creators like my man Shane, my man Brandon, this guy behind me towering like a giant.
Up right now, baby? You wrapping up?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here.
I was miming.
He was miming? Yeah, exactly.
We're all the same height on YouTube.
It's not like everybody's the same height when they're laying down.
Was that Game of Thrones? He's like, thank God. That was definitely weird.
Yeah. I don't even know. All right, cheers. So the king of TVs has been crowned. It was the Sony A90J Master Series. Great. Very expensive TV. But what does this mean for you? Now, I've always said that you really need to take a few things into consideration when you're picking a TV. Because it's not really about the best picture quality. I know you want to get the best picture quality, obviously. But first thing you got to think about is budget. Second thing is your viewing environment. Third thing is your viewing habits. And then the fourth thing is, does it have all of the features you want? You know what I'm saying? VRR, Sony. I'm sorry, what was that? Exactly. The Sony was king of TVs, but yeah, all the features aren't there yet. So this is exactly what I mean. So basically, narrow down your budget. Give yourself a little bit of extra room, especially during the sale time. You can get like a higher model TV down a little bit lower, but give yourself like a range for your budget. Once you got that done, figure out where is this going? Where is the TV going? Is it going into a room with a lot of windows? Is it going to a man cave that doesn't get a lot of light? Is it going into a bedroom that gets a lot of light, or a bedroom that doesn't get a lot of light? Our master bedroom? No, not a lot of light, and we mostly watch when we're gonna go to sleep or early in the morning, so it's mostly like dark in that room. As far as the living room is concerned, we got 7 huge ass windows. So, that would kind of, sway me to something like a Samsung that's got a lot of peak brightness if, I watch TV during the daytime, but I usually don't. So there's that. And then viewing habits, what I mean by that is, what are you watching on the TV? Is it streaming? Is it cable box? Is it sports? Is it video games? What are you using the TV for mostly? And then again, we're back to features. Do you need all the gaming features? 4K 120, VRR, ALLM, eARC? Do you need all those things? And if you don't know what all those things mean, you can always ask questions down in the comments, but I'm sure you probably already know what all those things mean. Back when I judged the 2019 4K TV Shootout, the Sony A9J won. However, I purchased the LG E9. So the Sony was up against the C9, which is the same, picture quality, same features, but I wanted 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. That's really what I wanted. So the slight difference in picture quality, I was willing to forego that due to the fact that I needed to have HDMI 2.1 ports. And in 2019, all the LG TVs had 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, fully uncapped 48 gigabits per second bandwidth. So this is something I wanted, and that's why I chose the LG. Another reason why I chose the OLED was because of the viewing angles. I sit in 3 different locations around the living room, dining room, and if I'm in the dining room, and if I'm on the main couch, or if I'm on the side couch, I want my picture to look exactly the same. No LED LCD has ever been able to do it the way an OLED can. That's why I went OLED. So again, you have to figure out what it is that's important to you and then make your decision. Yes, the TV Shootout is cool, it's fun, we get to really get in there and nitpick tiny details. But at the end of the day, it's really which TV is the best TV for you. That's what you have to figure out. Nobody else can figure it out. You have to figure it out. One of the things that did impress me with the Hisense was the skin tone. It matched the BVM reference monitor skin tone so well. It was crazy. But that was only for SDR. HDR was a little oversaturated, which I'm sure most people wouldn't mind. But since we were supposed to just kind of match or, see what's going on the BVM, the reference monitor, and see which of the 4 panels actually, was more in line with that. Now, there were times during the shootout when none of the 4 actually, could match what the BVM was doing. And that was in the judder section with the Wall-E, spaceship flying overhead. Man, that BVM was just sexy. Oof. Anyway, you know, my wife watches a lot of TV on a cable box and streaming on Hulu, and none of these are in HDR. It's all, you know, 720p or 1080, and it's all SDR. So yeah, if the skin tones, you know, all these reality shows and game shows and stuff like that, skin tones being accurate, yeah, that could be pretty important. You know, and the Hisense actually did very well. I actually scored it pretty highly on that aspect. Again, 4K HDR skin tones on the Hisense, a little oversaturated for, you know, my liking, and it wasn't matching what was happening on the BVM reference monitor. So a lot of things to judge. It was definitely cool, and it was definitely very hard to kind of keep my personal biases out of the picture. Get it? See what I did there? Out of the picture. Okay. All right, so getting back to what is important when you're picking out a TV, especially if you're going to spend a lot of money, have your budget range in mind. Know exactly where the TV is going and all of the challenges in that room. The third one is, what is your content that you're going to be mainly using for it? Is it going to be fully mixed content? Is it going to be mostly video games? Is it going to be mostly movies? Is it going to be mostly TV and or streaming? If that's the case and you want to stream from the TV, make sure you know what the operating system is like. Do you get all your apps on the operating system? Are you using an external streamer? If so, do you need Dolby Vision for that external streamer? Like, there's a lot of things that you kind of have to take into consideration. And finally, features. What features does the TV have? Does it have HDMI 2.1? Is that something you need for the gaming stuff? Do you need more than one HDMI 2.1 port? Because then that kind of like puts the Samsung out of running, and then it leaves you with the Sony and the LG, but then the Sony doesn't have VRR working. So what does that mean? I mean, for you PS5 owners, that's cool because PS5 just doesn't have VRR. All I can say is you've got a lot of thinking to do about your next TV purchase. What else can I say about the Shootout? It was pretty cool. It was great to meet everybody. It was great to see Robert and his family again. Big shout out to FOMO, Brian Whisper Status, Cecil Keep It Classy Tech, Brandon B the Installer. Thank you guys for watching. It was a pleasure to be invited out by Robert and the gang at Value Electronics. I appreciate being a judge. I love doing this kind of stuff. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.